Bubba Wallace's season has been falling apart in front of everyone. Bad luck, bad wrecks, a points cushion that keeps shrinking by the week. And right when it looks like the wheels are coming off completely, a bombshell update just dropped about his future at 23XI Racing. This isn't a rumor. This is coming from one of the most trusted voices in the entire sport. Here's where things stand. Bubba Wallace opened the 2026 Cup Series season looking like a different driver, confident, fast, competitive. Then the second half hit, and it hit hard. Wrecks piled up, bad timing piled up. Right now, Wallace sits 13th in the standings, clinging to a 69-point cushion over the chase bubble. That is not a comfortable number with the season winding down. But here's the headline. Fox Sports insider Bob Pockrass is reporting that Wallace is expected to stay behind the wheel of the number 4. 23 car for 23X Racing heading into the 2027 season. No driver change, no shakeup. Wallace stays put, running alongside Tyler Reddick and Corey Heim. To understand why this update actually matters, you have to look at the full picture, not just one rough stretch. 23XI Racing has not been a struggling team in 2026. Far from it. Behind the scenes, Toyota and 23XI have had legitimate speed all year. Reddick has been a threat. The organization has built real credibility since it entered the sport. Wallace is the piece that hasn't matched the equipment. He's been fast in stretches, unlucky in others, and still hasn't found his way to victory lane this season. That's the tension here. When a driver has speed but no results, teams start asking hard questions. Is it the car? Is it circumstance? Or is it the driver? For a team with the resources and expectations that 23XI has, patience is not unlimited. Every winless season adds pressure, not just on Wallace, but on the entire direction of the program. So when a report comes out confirming Wallace is staying for 2027, that's not just a scheduling note. That's the organization sending a message about where they still see his ceiling. Now let's break down what this actually means strategically, because this is bigger than one contract update. First, this is a vote of confidence during the worst possible time to give one. Teams don't usually commit to a driver publicly while that driver is fighting to stay above the chase cutoff. The fact that 23XI is doing exactly that tells you they're looking at underlying performance, not just result sheets. Speed, racecraft, and consistency numbers likely paint a better picture than the win column does. Second, continuity is the smart move here, and here's why. 23XI is still a relatively young organization. Chemistry between drivers, crew chiefs, and engineers takes time to build. Ripping that apart over one difficult stretch would set the whole team back, not just Wallace. Keeping Reddick, Wallace, and Heim together for 2027 means the technical notes, the setups, and the relationships carry over. In a sport this competitive, continuity can be worth more than a fresh face. But there is real risk buried in this decision too. If Wallace enters 2027 without a single win under his belt from this season, the pressure conversation doesn't disappear. It intensifies. At some point, potential has to convert into results, or the outside noise becomes impossible to ignore, no matter how much the organization believes in him internally. This is a calculated bet, not a guaranteed win. Smart in theory, risky in practice. This update is going to split the fan base, and that split says a lot about where NASCAR conversations are right now. One side is going to see this as loyalty done right, a team trusting the process instead of panicking after a rough stretch. The other side is going to point straight at the scoreboard. No wins, standings pressure, a shrinking chase cushion. To that group, this looks like a team protecting a driver instead of holding him accountable. Expect analysts to bring up 23XI's broader trajectory too. Because if the team keeps flashing speed without translating it into checkered flags, this conversation about Wallace becomes a conversation about the whole organization. So where does this actually go from here? Two roads. Best case scenario, Wallace steadies the ship, walks in a chase spot, and finally breaks through for that elusive win before the season ends. If that happens, this 2027 update looks like a masterstroke, proof the team saw something worth protecting before the results caught up. Worst case scenario, Wallace misses the chase entirely, closes out 2026 winless, and enters 2027 under a level of scrutiny this sport rarely forgives. If that happens, this commitment gets replayed constantly as the moment patience either paid off or backfired in real time. Right now, both outcomes are still very much alive. So here's the real question. Is 23XI Racing making the smart, disciplined call by sticking with Bubba Wallace into 2027, or are they simply delaying a decision they'll be forced to make anyway? Drop your take in the comments. Are you team patience or team results? If you want breakdowns like this before anyone else covers them, make sure you're subscribed to SportsWire USA because this Wallace story is far from finished.